just moments ago, I had my tracking number for the Spitfire head gasket showing me that it was not even out for delivery, and it did update a minute ago. But funny thing is, I got this hours ago. So nice job there. This track. What's going on here? What's going on in the world? I'm sick and tired of it. My regular glasses. Okay, so you asked me, why would I go from the Pontiac work to the Spitfire work? Well, this is going to be a whole lot easier. I can get this one running a whole lot quicker, maybe even by late today or tomorrow. So I got this Lucas kit here, made in England, and you can see non-recessed, whatever that means. So it came, and I got all my information ready. If you look, it's supposed to say top, but it doesn't. But I'm guessing that because it says Lucas right there, that that is the top. I'm starting to have some feelings about what I may see when I pull this off, but I'm going to have to pull it off to see, aren't I? So if you got the Haynes manual, the 94007, good luck to you. That'll help you a little bit. That's my roofing information there. This is a better book. I can't tell you that it's everything. It's hard to believe that this little book's better than this one, but for this particular Spitfire, it is. So we're going to go down there, and we're going to pull the heads off. I've got all these other gaskets that come in the kit, and that looks like a pretty fair intake exhaust gasket. And it comes with all this other stuff. And, yeah, okay. So I got a pretty good feeling we're going to be okay. But I don't know what all this other stuff is. But I have a Weber synchronized 2-barrel. So a lot of this stuff ain't going to be any use to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the head off of it. Drain the coolant. Another one of those I don't need. Drain the coolant. And pull the rockers and the rods, and you have to be careful pulling those out. Talk about that later. Maybe I won't, but you know that you don't want to just go jerking up on them because you'll pull the lifter out, and you don't want to do that. So you have to kind of spin it as you take it out and mess with the push rods to make sure they come out. So do you have a 10 bolt or an 11 bolt? Well, it matters. The reason I got it drawn like this is these are the outside 6 bolts. If you have the 11, you can just tell by looking at the block. These are the ones under the valve cover, and this is the opposite. These are on the outside. And as we all know, we've seen Ed China, and everybody knows this. They go in a spiral. So when you take them off, you want to go, in this direction off and start. You want to count down like Scott Glenn and the right stuff or whatever, and you want to go 1-2 when you're tightening up. You go to 45 pound-feet, at least on my motor. You have to adjust the valves again because this head gasket is going to throw you off. And so now, if you end up having to surface the head, and I'm going to check that very carefully like I talked about, then you'll have to make shims for under here. Hopefully we won't get into all that. I'm going to make myself a new table today. That'll be a little sideline. And everything, 9s. We'll have to do our 9s. You can hear Ernest T. Bass saying that right now. So remember Ernest T. Bass on Andy Griffith when it comes to doing valve adjustments on MGAs and other things like that. It's your 9s. So everything comes up to 9. With 8 open, 1. With 6 open, 3. That's 9. With 4 open, 5. That's 9. Everything comes to 9. So with these valves open, you adjust these valves. So maybe I'm too far away. But anyway, it's all in the book. It's all on the interwebs there. Nothing much to worry about. But I just kind of want to do a prelude to what's going on here. So let's go down there and get started. I'm going to build my table first, though. I just want to. You just can't have enough work tables. I run out of them all the time. It's unbelievable how much space I use. You know, and my workspace is about this big. But everything else I run out of space on. Now, you won't believe it, but a fair amount of thought went into this. Honestly, it did. This was the old pull-down attic thing. I braced it with a piece of wood underneath. I just sort of meatballed the rest of the stuff I had. These are wheels off a walker, actually. And boy, they're unbelievable. Boy, this thing is lightweight, too. But it's going to hold all I want it to hold. And you say, why did I make it so tall? Well, I'll show you why in a second. So, and see, the front ones move around. And these wheels are unbelievably smooth. I mean, they're nice. See, it's lightweight, easy to deal with. And we're going to thank Stan for buying that for me. You didn't know you bought that for me, but you did. That was when I fixed his mower deck. So the reason for this thing, and it being a little taller, is because when I'm working on the lift, see, I got all this room. And now it's a good height because I got to step up, you know, however long that is, 7 or 8 inches. And then now I got my work table, and right there, good working height. I did actually consider putting some rollers to make it roll, but you got to stop after a while. So, all right, today, what is today? Oh, phone's at the house. I got to go get it. Because there's something big's going to happen today. So I don't think I'll put my camera on there. But I can move my stuff that you saw up at the house. So I can just put that right there. That's all it's got to do. Like I said, anywhere you go in my shop, you can usually find a razor blade. I don't think I'm going to be using that. So I'm going to be pulling the studs out. I know that. Boy, this stuff goes a long way and is great if you just kind of keep using it. So, I just had an idea, but I don't think I'll do it. I'm not going to even talk about it. I'm through with the idea portions of today. So, I like that. See, got somewhere to work. So, let's start taking this apart. And I got to drain coolant out of it, too. So, let's do that. Our newest member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Don't know why, but what are they thinking? But they can think whatever they want to. It's their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, not mine. I also wanted to say this. I might use that, I might not. I've kind of redone my sockets. My friends will tell you that my socket world is a little wonky. It ain't no more. So I took everything out of the clutch. Oops. See, that's the thing about this thing. All right. I took my clutch. Where did I put them? I think I just threw them back here. Kit. Ooh, let's clean that up nice. All the blown mold plastic casings back there. Anybody got a betta fish? There's a betta fish bowl. You have it for a 6-pack of good beer. And good beer is determined by me. Okay, so I got my random sockets here, my clutch sockets here. This was an interesting thing. I'm going to get to it, don't worry. This actually came out of the blow mold case. This could be true for other things, and I just didn't know it. But you can just use that, get it out of the case, and just use it right there. Isn't that nice? And I got my flexi things, another way to kill yourself and put your eyes out and break the windscreens on vintage cars is anything that swivels on impact guns. So, okay, so I sprayed it with a little WD-40 to get the moisture out of it. And let's go up and get my phone. Okay, and I'm going to leave I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's put this up here. Close that door so it won't fall over. I had this a long time. It is working out just great. I'm loving it. So I got the fuel disconnected. I got the choke disconnected. I've drained some coolant. I'm getting the carburetor off. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this all off without taking the carburetor off here. So this is your Weber synchronized. If you don't have an air fuel mixture gauge, you're wasting your time. So let's just see what the minimum amount I can do here. So this is a 10 bolt. So since we know it's a 10 bolt, which I strongly suspected, then we'll X that out. Okay, so, oh, look at that. I made the table, didn't I? You can tell because the notebook is on the table. So I wish I could show you. I will show you if I think about it. Once I get the head off, if the gasket don't come with it, I'll show you where the problem lies, and it's going to be in one of these little back holes here. And what I'm going to do about that, I'm not sure I'm going to tell you. I'm not real 100% sure yet, but I do have a plan. Okay, well, had a little dusty there. We have this made in England particular kind of thermostat that is pretty old. See, I told you these ancient ones, they'll have a hole there, and there is that little bit of a dollop thing that floats around. You can see it right here, and that's what that does. So, but I'm going to put this in it because I noticed in the video it says stops overheating. Well, I don't overheat in this car because it's already got an electric fan and everything else. But let's see if this fits in there. I'm sure it does. Yep. So we be putting this back in here, but we say. And then we're going to order some more of these. I might just order 4 or 5 of those because as I move along, I may just change all of these. But I'm pretty sure that baby there's from the 50s or 60s. Still works, but it ain't high flow. Once again, you get the little hole, even at best, and we're gonna go with that one. Okay, let's see what I got to do here. I got to take the spark. Don't take the spark plugs out until you're sure, because you can turn it over and pop the. Don't start. It ain't gonna start, of course, but you can use the pressure to blow the head loose instead of wailing on it. You got to take that bracketation right there off, and you got a couple of bolts here, so that bolt does double duty, I think. So I don't know. So are we going to pull the water pump off this thing? I just might do that, and then I could get down to I don't think that I'm leaking around the timing cover. Let me think about this thing. Okay, well let me see about that. Let's see. What have I done? I got the water pump housing and water pump off. Of course, that will be powder coated, not the water pump, but the housing. And there we go. Here, I've got the carburetor off and down and out of the way, and covered up. I've got the stainless steel header off, so header off at the pass there. Now, I'll probably leave this on until the bitter end, and you got to take this off, then that off. So if I deem, I'm gonna check this thing this way and that way with a steel straight edge. Mixed ads straight edge, and we'll just make sure if it's off, then I'll take all that off and go at it from there. But I don't think it is, and I believe, I'm not sure. Let's see what the exhaust valves look like. If they look okay, I'm not going to worry about getting seats done. But if this is the time to do this, so she's all apart, and I ain't even been out here that long. What have I been out here for? I tell you what, a lot longer than I think, because this is my idiom. This makes me real happy. It's not that the Bonneville don't make me happy, but this makes me happy, and that car there makes me happy, and that car there makes me really happy, and that car there makes me really happy. And so this is what I'm used to and what I'm born to do. So let's see. I believe the motor mounts look good. I did those not long ago. I don't see any evidence of any oil leaks around the timing case, so or the front seal. So we're going to leave that alone. So let's pop that head off. I am happy to report that the push rods are out. They were hard to get out because they were stuck so good. They were such good contact between them and the lifters. So they're in that piece of cardboard like you do, and you got 8 holes, and she's 4-cylinder, so she'll take 8 because there's 2 per cylinder. And you mark the front, and then there you go. That was quite a joy, and to do that and feel that as good as that felt. Now the main question here is, does the head go into the ultrasonic cleaner? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not, but it's pretty damn tempting. I don't know. If it's straight, if I determine that it's straight, I may do that. So let's get all these studs out of here while the getting's good. So that calls for this tool. I saw this tool in the Haynes manual today. I guess that's where I first saw it when I was a kid. I used to sit on the couch when I was a little boy and read Haynes manuals. Yeah, and still I did other things. I don't know why. I should have just stuck with this. I love this. It's fairly obvious I'm going to need parts. I'm going to need some new head studs and whatnot like that. So all the nuts are off there, 9/16 on this particular motor. But she's not cracking loose, so let's, I got the battery hooked up over there, so let's hit the button and see what happens. Let's make sure she's out of gear. Don't want to embarrass myself too badly. Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't know if that cracked it loose or not, but it had to have helped. I saw it. Might have seen some stuff blow up. I gotta have both hands to do this, so I'll let you know. I'm ready to put her down. Where did I put that cloth? Oh, well, I put it somewhere. I wanted to end up putting it right here. This is where we're gonna final resting, not final, but one of the resting places for the head. I've had it off before, so it shouldn't be too hard. Could it be? Could it be true? Let's see here. I saw somebody rolling up here. Howdy. Wait a second. Whoa.
What's wrong? You got a dog?
No. Are you from DHL?
Yeah, you were saying wait a second.
Yeah, because we can offload it down here in the front of the barn, and I'll be glad to help you get it.
Yeah, you probably don't have to if it's big, but let me see what it is though first.
Okay.
Because it may not be big.
Oh, it's big.
It is.
Yeah, and big ain't the word for it. 31 days I've waited on this. Boy, you have the most gorgeous hair I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. Boy, beautiful hair.
It's this.
It's this one?
And I'm going to back up, okay?
Okay, back up and just come right to that middle door on the barn.
Yes, sir.
And that's right where I need it. Thank you. Well, I better go in there and grab some cloths or something to dry my tears. I don't know if I got to stop what I'm doing and let everybody know to cease and desist. But I ain't sure yet, because I got to open the box and make sure that it's not destroyed. You didn't put it through some kind of crusher or something. So let's take a look at that. Oh, I don't know where the ticks are here. Yeah, right here. Okay, and these staples are a reminder of why you don't drive across the burn pile. Those things, just try not to mess with them. They hook you and hurt you. Alright, so let's open up and see the glory within. It says Fragile on it. It's not a big leg lamp, I don't think. At this point, I'd be happy to get anything. Well, there you go. don't know my own strength. Well, I don't want to dent any of this stuff up, so I haven't seen any metal yet. Okay. Maybe it's a bowling alley. It wouldn't be the whole bowling alley. Small parts enclosed. Okay, I'm more interested in the big parts right now. You've got to give them credit. All the time think I'm messing them with the sensors, but on the garage door, but I'm not doing that because I ain't got any. Okay, so let's just go over here. I'm not going to probably crack open the, ooh, I can tell, yeah, I am too. Hang on a second, let's just stop, we'll do this together. Let's just take a look at the beauty. Holy cow. Well, it might have been worth waiting a month for that beauty. Holy cats. Try out the TR4A manifold. Look at that. Well, we'll look at it later when I do it, okay? Because right now I'm in the throes of the old Spitfire here. So down here is okay. So that's the intermediate pipe. So okay. Yeah, that's pretty stuff. Okay. Well, let's keep going here. When there wasn't any Hollywood. Okay, let's okay. Alright, well I think that it's undamaged as near as I can tell. Where's fancy knife? Okay, don't want to scratch anything. That's the muffling right there. Package is delivered. There's a fancy hanger. So there's that. Okay, like I say, we'll do it later. I just didn't quite understand what that was. And if you get this thing, I tell you, I gotta open this to make sure we're okay. Now, I was wondering if they were going to do that because they said they did. That's the paste. I've got bunches of that. Okay, that looks really nice. There's the intake exhaust manifold gaskets. There better be 2 in there. There are. Okay, and there's more down in here. Okay, that's $1,000 right there. But that's not bad considering stainless steel. Wow. Okay, that passes. Let me write here by and say I got it. 31 days. Almost to the minute because I kind of remember what time I ordered this stuff. All right. Let's get back to this thing. I gotta get this. I'd like to get the head off tonight and get her. I'm gonna put her in the tank. If Blue puts his stuff in the tank, why can't I put my stuff in the tank? Well, let me say this about DHL. I got hold of Connie Dalling, Dalling. Maybe she's related to Briscoe, and she ramrodded this thing through. So I told her that I would say good things about her after being somewhat disparaging. But I talked to the UPS guy today, and they said they had troubles too. So, but he don't remember anything being 31 days. But anyway, I've just sent Connie a thank you, and I'm going to call off all the other dogs too. But I kind of have a feeling that's why it's here. But to be honest with you, but you know who really knows. But it's the squeaky wheel gets the exhaust system, ain't it? She's off and not too much trouble. And I'm going to leave those studs in. Let's take a look underneath her. I just want to get this off to just to look at it. It doesn't look like it had any blowing by. I didn't hear any blow by anyway. So let's just turn her up this way. Get the spark plugs out of it. I don't see any. I'm going to have to take her apart and clean her. Oh my God. Number 3, that's not an uncommon event. Well, I tell you what, you need to do this, and it don't take long. So clear the decks here. And where's that thing? I know I have it. I moved it somewhere. Maybe I put it down with special tools. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking that was the thing to do. Oh, and special tools are down here. I'll find it in a minute. But anyway, let's get we'll get the straight edge on it here in a second. I got Mix's old square there. Well, come on, where's that thing? There it is. It was right here all along. Those forks. And then you got to have this tool. So I think we're going to be using this. It's getting a little crowded there, isn't it? Let's just put her right there. So let's flip her. Flip her. Why do I got 2 gaskets on that. I wonder why I did that. I guess it was leaking. Well, that might be something for me to consider, huh? I think it was because of that header system. So I might want to get not too excited about all of this and treat those with a little bit more reverence. I wonder if you can get a new Edelbrock head for Triumph Spitfires. What do you think the odds are of that? I'd say 0. Okay, now let me recommend something to you. If you've got this tool, you probably already know it. Put yourself a backer when you pull down on that tool to release the keepers, because they can go out to that Montana territory. They can go way across the shop, and then you got to find them or go get some or something. So here's the last one. Remember when you're doing this, oh, my safety glasses fell down. You've got to remember to get all of this stuff out of here. Okay, now you got to pass another test. Okay, I didn't need that so much. So now you shake them right here. And this engine doesn't have any play in it. The other thing I've noticed is it has no oil deflectors. I'm not noticing anything. Nothing discernible. Let's let them down a little bit. Nope. Feels good to me. So let's take them out. Let me get these off. All right, let's see if there's any wear. I see the normal amount of stuff there. That's the, now how can you tell? The intake is larger usually than the exhaust. So I don't see any discernible patterns there. So let's take this one out. Boy, that one don't moves easy. Just don't. So do you want to press valve guides into this thing? I don't think so. That moved kind of easy, didn't it, gang? Nope, that's just okay. So, and there is some allowance there for that. Now, there's the intake, and it looks okay. Here's another intake, and it looks like they're wearing pretty doggone good. Okay, there's your exhaust. They're not digging in. And I've seen them dig in badly before. So let's just keep going. Okay, intake. This is intake. That exhaust looks good. Okay. Ooh, that one feels kind of tight. So there were no seals on this. Now, on a lot of these, they just use O-rings. O-rings, something I got plenty of. Okay, I'm going to go tank this thing. Why not? You know. And these I'll just clean up individually on the wheel over there. And I've seen this. You probably have seen these where they're so crusted. So this isn't so bad. This one here is kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, those will just get brushed off and put right back in their order. Okay, let's go take her to the tank. So here we are. I'm just heating up the goo now. The displacement ought to be okay because it's pretty low in there. So I got her in the basket, so let's lift her up and listen to her go splash. Okay. It ain't like a 389 hit. All right. Splash. You know, I am not going to be able to, all kinds of stuff. Oh, that was my extra shrink tube tray. Nothing of any importance. I don't care if them studs stick up. I'd rather have it on, I don't know, would I rather have it like that or laying down? I don't know. I think let's lay her down. Okay, and then we'll just clean everything. There's plenty of room in there. Boy, it's hot in there. Oh, okay. Will she lay down? Oh, ow, oh, ow, oh. Oh, splash over. Oh. Okay. All right, well, she splashed around a little bit, but she's in there cooking it, so, yeah, see, those are out. That ain't nothing. I just try not to waste I buy a shrink tube on them big rolls. So, there we go. So we're going to let that, what time is it, 6:06? I ain't got no dinner. I just eat a can of cold soup, like they say. I'll be fine. I'll be thinking about this too much anyway. So I'm going to just let that heat up. And then I don't want to turn her too high. All right, so I think 65 is 150. All right, let's get her to 150 degrees, 60 degrees C, and turn her on. Okay, you ready? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm trying desperately not to have that noise on the background because it is really bad. You get used to it in the shot, but on the camera, you know how camera microphones are. You know how it is. Okay. Okay, so just so you can see, they clean up. That took me less than a minute to clean that. And I do have some valve seals. So I'm going to use those. Don't know if I'm going to show you them. Oh, a little bit of carbon there. So you got to learn your way around these things. See that little bit of carbon? I'll go clean that up. But I just wanted you to see. That cleans up real easy. Big deal. So everything's in order back there. And it's oily, so I'm not worried about it. Everything's good here. I've got to go up and order parts, it looks like. So what do we think we need? I'm going to get some green stripe heater hose and replace all the heater hose in it. It's just been long enough. Thermostat water pump. I don't know if I need a water pump, but I'm going to look at that in a minute. Hoses upper and lower, I think I do want those. I'm going to get a set of some fancy head studs. These head studs are problematic at the very best. And so now the process of cleaning takes place. And I don't know if you can get... yeah, I think that's going to powder coat nice. I think I'll just leave that in there because it's JB welded. And I'm just going to powder coat the whole flipping thing once I get the water pump off. This is the perfect time to take the water. I might not even take that off, and because you're just asking for trouble. So clean this up right here with a wire brush. Let's get this water pump off, then I'm going to probably call it quits. And all right, and let's just get that out of there. And let's see. All right, let's get the water pump off. That's pressed on. We'll just look at it. Let's feel it. I don't know. Feels pretty good. Wait a minute. Let me step on this and stabilize it. You know, I feel something in there. Well, that answers that question. Yep, it's rocking and rolling in there. Now, these things are so funny. They can rock and roll on you, and not leak, and they cannot rock and roll on you and leak. So, all right, well, let's just get what is it? Let's see what it looks like. Well, glad I checked that. We need to have a contest. Who has the dirtiest camera buttons? So this is definitely bad. It moves with some unhappiness there. So we are just going to go dump that in there one of these days. I'm just going to do the head right now. So we'll put that right there. So this oil leak problem I've seen before, like I said, because it happened on this car. And there's not much you can do other than change the head. TR4 is problematic as it's wet sleeve. But I ain't going to be doing that, even if it does leak some in the TR4. So anyway, I feel good about all this. Ended up bigger than I thought it was going to be, of course. Good enough for me. I enjoy every second of it. So at this particular stage, give me a greasy old musty one thumbs up there and hit like. Did you forget? Don't forget to hit like. And I appreciate all the likes and all the views I've got on other stuff. And subscribe. And I've been subscribing to other people. And I've been doing a lot of research on a lot of different things. So between ticks and birds, how to get rid of birds, and how to break in 389s and all kinds of stuff. So when I see somebody that gives me some information, I appreciate it. So I appreciate it if I gave you any good information. And I had somebody a long time ago. I think you can just get these. There's not really this one's a pretty good one. What is this one? This is a Blue Point. And if you want to get a Blue Point, it is a CF811B. And boy, you better believe safety goggles are required here. So that's what this is. So it's a long time ago. Hopefully he or she is looking at that. But anyway, that's a good one. It's kind of a alloy kind of a thing. All right, so we have our workbenches in place. This has served me well today. And I'm enjoying it very much. I might get me a 1099 filter for that thing, but all the hoses are getting a little bit too buttery feeling for me. All right, talk to you later. Thanks again for sharing time with me. Bye bye.